I'm here in Jackson, Minnesota to get to know Chant's daily hustle.
So this is the other business. Bait shop. Oh yeah, there's actually bait in here. Minnows.
Nice.
This is 3 years ago. I was gonna start one up, but there was an old guy, retired guy that had one already. So I respected what he was doing. I waited until maybe he quit. So 3 years later he quit, I heard. Went up to him, asked him if I can buy his business. So I just bought this and we started it up. And I knew that it was something that connected with what we love doing is fishing.
Yeah.
Gives us an excuse not to get free bait.
Yeah, there you go.
Buy.
First one.
Yeah, first one. And then it just freaking grew.
It grew from there.
Like that one, and then this one, and that one, and that one. Yeah.
Is this the one? Is this the one? This is the new.
Sidewalk,
Yeah, this is the newest one that you were showing like on sidewalks and stuff.
Yep, that's the newest one.
Look at that little plow. That's so cute.
That's what they say on YouTube.
Yeah, they say it's a cute little plow.
Yeah, this is the setup. You know, we got all the bobcats will be out during the spring, summertime. And then the
You
mowers.
use them all for landscaping, right?
Yeah, we use the big ones we can use for landscaping. Now, you know, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna let people know our Bobcat service now. We're gonna do a lot of Bobcat work since we have the Bobcat. So, but most of these Bobcats are just for snow. That's why we bought it.
Yeah.
That's why we bought it.
You guys got a lot of snow. So how often do you go ice fishing?
Man, I go out when I get a chance, man. I try at least once a week on the weekends for a few hours. So yeah, this is Lake Independent. Small lake, but there's a lot of fish.
Have you been doing this your whole life, basically?
Oh yeah.
You grew up doing it?
Grew up doing it, yeah. It's almost like the stuff you do when you're little and you can never forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're illegal that way. Yeah, so if I could fish for a living, man, I'd fish for a living.
Yeah? Well, you're already starting with the bait shop, right?
Right. Yeah, this is guaranteed to catch fish. Guaranteed. One hole. We're out about what, an hour and a half? About maybe?
I caught 3 fish.
Got 3
well,
fish?
4 technically, but we put 1 back.
All right, look at it. There's fish there.
Somebody left their fish here.
Yeah, so that's not bad. And plus the weather isn't too bad.
Yeah,
so.
no, it's not that bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is so like peaceful, man.
Yeah.
It's like we're like
It's
the
like-
only ones on this lake.
It's like, I love being on the outback.
So you want to get a lake house?
Yep, lake house, man. Lake house, that's the dream.
So when are you gonna get that? When's the plan for that?
Oh man, I'm building. I don't have a goal.
You don't have a goal
I
yet?
just roll with it, dude.
You just roll with it? But you already put the plan in motion
Yes,
in your
the
brain
plan-
at least,
plan-
right? It's
yeah, the
already in
plan's
there.
in motion.
Does she want a lake house too? She like that kind of thing?
Well, if she didn't have to do daycare, she'll like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if we can afford a lake house, you know, you don't have
Yeah.
to do daycare or
Right.
work, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep. I think all of us have goals and dreams. Just that those accounts, it took me like years to build. I started out with the first big account that I showed you,
Yeah.
and then like the next year, then I gained one at a time, and then the next year I gained another one, because I only had so much equipment at that time to do the work, and you only can do so much. But then, you know, when you get a chance to get the equipment, then I just
Yeah.
went all in.
Yeah.
So,
And you were saying you were getting them all through word of mouth?
yes, word of mouth, because this is a small town.
Yeah.
About 3,300 people in this town, and the news travels fast, no matter if it's bad or good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't do much advertising here. That's why you don't
You
see
don't really
me with the
have to.
website,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We don't even have a website. It's under construction right now. So, and now the social media, you know, like Facebook has really helped, because a lot
Really?
of people, like this town, I noticed that there's a lot of people on Facebook that's in Jackson.
Really?
Yeah, that's in Jackson. They got a community, like a Jackson Facebook
page or something, or a group.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I go in there and just post something like a video or something.
Yeah.
It just, you know, grabs the audience right there.
Yeah, that's marketing right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then, you know, when we do all of the YouTube videos and stuff, it's like the Jackson, like the small community, then they're proud of what's happening in Jackson, because, you know, it's like, this is Jackson, our town.
You're like the town hero over here. That's awesome.
Like, you know, it helps because everybody's in the shell, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are in the shell.
Yeah.
But when us guys, like in the social media field, we love, this is us, this is how we tell our story in our town.
Yeah.
And it gets out there. So I'm taking you to this college here. This is the one we picked up after we lost our big HOA account, and it's just huge.
So this is what you were saying about how I said one door closes and another one opens, and you said and it was a bigger door.
Bigger door. It was a bigger door to get in. It was like, you know, we were like, you know, frustrated and just, you know, feeling down about it because that was our big account, right?
Yeah.
And then suddenly, getting close to winter, they said, "You want to put a bid in?" I said, "Heck, yeah. We don't have this account. We got a lot of time on our hands." So we did, and yeah, we just nailed it.
So again, another word of mouth.
Yep, word of mouth. Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, we need a new bid. Hey, let's contact this guy." How do you pronounce your last name again?
Singvongsa.
Singvongsa.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, Singvongsa Landscape. This one I sub out. I had to sub this out, and I put one of my equipment on it.
Really?
I haven't pulled the trigger to buy the account.
So big.
Yeah. So they got to do all the sidewalks here. Here's this section. The sidewalks and all them sidewalks. This is the college, Minnesota West. College in Jackson here.
That's awesome. So you got a college.
Yeah.
So who needs an HOA, right?
We'll take the college, man.
Yeah.
We'll take, and we don't even have to get out of our equipment here. All of it's run by the equipment. The guys operate the equipment, and that's it.
So you subcontract the shoveling now?
Nope. I subcontract the truck, the guy who plows here.
Oh, okay.
Because I can depend on him right
Gotcha.
now. Depend on that guy. I wanted to get a plow in my truck, but not this year. So as you can see how big this thing is.
Yeah. Was there ever a point during this process where you were like really like nervous or like freaked out, like holy cow, how am I gonna get all this done?
Yeah, there's that point of, when I bid and I see this site, when I first looked at it, I'm like, man, that's a big one. I go, how am I gonna get it done? You know, I do like, I worry about it after I put the bid in.
Right.
Then I'm like,
then
oh
you
man.
worry about
then
it,
I gotta figure out, okay, all this, what equipment and all this I gotta do.
But that's probably worked to your advantage, it seems like, because you just, you know, say yes and ask questions later, and you just figure, and that's how you've grown, you know. So
the way I look at how I run my business is this. I'm the type of person who has difficulty with planning, but when opportunity arises, I can act on it. I like to act on it because, man, when I overthink it, I get in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
Yeah. Right. You're right. Yeah.
So when I'm in the momentum of just doing it, I'm gonna do it. Just like this, when they called, can you come and take a look? I knew it was big, but I didn't look at it yet. And they called and they said, yeah, can you give us a bid? I'm driving around thinking to myself, holy crap, how are we gonna do this?
Yeah.
And then, you know, you got to be cool and collective and be confident, and then you tell them, yep, we can do it. We'll take care of it. What time you guys need it done? They want it done by 7 a.m. We can get it done by 7 a.m. Boom.
And then you freak out about
yes,
it.
But
at least you got the property.
Yes,
if you had overthought it, you would have been like, yeah, we can't.
And then they're gonna look at you like, he's not sure.
Yeah.
He's not sure if he can do this.
Right,
so
right.
We're not sure if you can do it.
Right, and then that kills the momentum too, and like now you're not getting as much word of mouth because you know people. I don't know if he can handle it. You know.
Because all of the the properties that we've gotten, that's how I've gained them. Is that like I said, we only had so much piece of equipment. And then if you knew how much money was coming in every month, or you had the opportunity, then I would invest in that equipment.
Yeah.
Some people would just, I know, I'm like, I risk a lot in all the businesses that I do, but when it grows, it grows a lot.
Right, you've had a huge reward. You
Right.
know, you have that payout. So
Yeah.
it's interesting because I just was listening to an audiobook last year that I heard about which is a recent book actually, called The 5-Second Rule, and I forgot the name. Do you know? Have you heard of that?
I've heard of that. Yeah.
So I forgot the young lady's name that wrote the book, but she basically changed her life in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, by making decisions in 5 seconds or
Yep.
less.
Yes.
Because she did a lot of studies of psychology and how your brain, like you said, you start figuring things out and planning, overthinking things. You know, you get in trouble because you
don't act on it.
Yeah, you don't act on it because now your brain starts psyching yourself out. Like, well, can I really do this? And you just freak out and you don't get it done. So by just acting on it, you know, in 5 seconds or less, your brain doesn't have a chance to psych you out.
Right.
So I feel like that's been your philosophy.
Yeah, because like say we get an opportunity or something comes up, an idea, or we want to be creative, we always tell ourselves not to do it because it's uncomfortable, because we're not used to it.
Right.
But then the moment that you just do it, you're rolling, man. You're rolling. Because we're, as entrepreneurs or as business people, we're built to figure stuff out. And if you give somebody those opportunities, it's hard for them to think or figure stuff out because they're not wired that way.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
good stuff,
that's
man.
why, like, when you see our videos and what we do, I'm not very reserved. If I'm gonna lose, man, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it.
You're gonna go out, you know,
Right.
trying. You know,
I'd
you're
rather
not gonna doubt
lose.
yourself. Like, man,
Right.
I left some behind.
Right.
You know, I didn't throw all my cards out there.
Because it's just business, man. I told my wife, I said, Amy, I go, we've been down so far in the dumps that this is nothing. This is like cake to us, you know, that the way that we're living
you guys
now.
got nothing to lose, right?
Yes, I told Amy, I go, we've been already at the bottom. I go, if we lose a little bit, we lose the business, you know how fast we can rebuild.
Yeah.
I said, once you figure out how to make your first dollar, you'll never forget how to make it back even quicker.
Yeah.
And you know, that's why my philosophy with life is that if I lose, if I got my health and I've got my family, the only thing I'm gonna feel bad about is my ego. It might get deflated a little bit. But you know, and people are gonna talk, well, so be it.
Right.
You know, that's the way I look at stuff today.
But there's one thing they won't say, that you didn't try.
You didn't try, right.
Exactly.
They say, man, this guy push.
Yeah.
And everybody's waiting for you to fail because you're going all out. And I just look at it that way. I told Amy, I said, man, money's just money. I'm trying to build more than just money. I'm trying to build
a legacy, man.
Right? Something to leave behind.
Yeah.
That, you know, money's great. Money will always come if you put in the work. Yeah. It's automatic.
So how did this all start for you? Like all of this, the daily hustle.
Daily hustle.
Take us back.
Well, it all started, I think the daily hustle started as I think for me it was more of sharing my landscaping and lawn care. I always felt like I had something to share in life, and YouTube, and I was watching everybody else, like you guys, you, Keith, Stan, Top Notch, you know, all of the other YouTubers, and for some reason I thought that was cool that you can share and nobody can tell you how to share it or how to do it. So I hopped on the platform on YouTube, and it just suddenly, I think for a whole year I vlogged, but it was more about landscaping and lawn care. And I sprinkled a little bit of my family life in there as well, because I just didn't want it to be lawn care and landscaping. And then so from that point, I think for a whole year, 2015, I started YouTube 2014, February, but I put one video out, but I hid it. Nobody saw that video. I still have that. It's still hidden. I should release it, but it's still hidden. And then 2015, I actually committed myself to say, I'm going to vlog every day. And so I did. And for a whole year I vlogged landscaping, lawn care in my life. And suddenly, the channel at that time was called, my full name, Chant. And so people, I felt like people didn't know, who couldn't pronounce it, couldn't say the name. And so for 2015, I ran with that theme of this is my life.
Yeah, I remember
and
that, yeah.
lawn care, landscaping with it. And I think after that, though I had like 20 views or 100 views on each video, I didn't really care. I wanted to get out there. I knew that if I grew just say I got 20 views for one video, and then next video I get 21, and the next video I get 22. I'm like,
progress.
We're making progress,
Yeah.
man. I said, if it keeps growing, that's great. So for a whole year I vlogged, and I really didn't focus on the views or any of those subs at that time. And then 2016, it just suddenly it picked itself up.
Off,
it took
yeah.
off. And so then I changed it to Chant's Daily Hustle after that, because I felt like that was the proper name, and people can say my name at that time, you know, can just say Chant instead of Chant.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I had my landscaping channel. I still have today, but I don't post anything on that. So every landscaping video I got, family videos, it's all under one, that Chant's Daily Hustle channel. And
Okay.
so I felt like the things that I do today, the realness of it, that I think that people tune in today is because they can relate, you know, some point, that hustle, the drive of trying to build a business from nothing. So
Yeah. So what has always been the theme for all these businesses? How did you go from 0 to 4?
Each one was a problem. Okay, I started off like the landscaping. I didn't grow up saying I'm going to be a lawn care guy.
Right.
I wasn't exposed to any of those things. All I knew was working 9 to 5 at a job, and that's all I knew. And like we shared earlier about me buying our first home, and then I had to get a lawnmower, and so I went to Sears, and you know, I couldn't afford a $250 mower, so I took it. At that time, credit was not bad, and so we went and I took out a card and bought my first Craftsman 21-inch Craftsman's push mower. And from that point, it's almost like it was a problem. I'm trying to figure out how to pay for this mower that I just bought, and then lawn care grew just from that, because I had to find a way to pay for that mower. And so and then right from there, and just like the phone repair business, at that time I had a phone and I had insurance. You only get 3 claims for the phone repair.
Oh, okay.
So by the 3rd claim, they wouldn't accept me anymore. I said, I got to figure something out.
Yeah.
So I fixed it myself, and then I said, I'm not the only guy that has this issue. So then I told my brother, we were in his garage fixing my phone. I said, I'm going to start a phone repair up. He looks at me and he just smiles. And then 2 months later, I'm buying this stuff. I'm like looking everywhere to have retail, like to create it, have a system
space.
space.
Yeah.
So then I would look on Craigslist and I'd buy, like, this is strictly from Shopco, and it's a big, you know, big deal. And like all these, I like the part of building, like the process of the building. So that started off. The iMobile was from me trying to fix my own phone.
Yeah.
And then the photography was, I couldn't afford a photographer to take we have kids now. I couldn't afford a photographer to take my kids' picture, and we want
portraits.
Portraits, and it's expensive. So I go to Walmart. I had $600 camera, right? I said, I want a DSLR. I said, even if I don't know how to shoot it manually, I just want to see what it's like. I bought it. I got
a $600 one.
Yeah, 600 Canon
from
T.
Walmart,
Yep, Canon T3i. I remember. I bought it, and it had the kit lens and everything. And then I was shooting pictures, and I'm like, I got bored of shooting it in automatic, and people say shoot manual, and then suddenly that opened up the door for me to control how I shoot. And then I said, how am I going to pay for this camera, right? So then I figured a way, okay, if I can take some portraits for other people for a few $100 here and there, it's going to pay for itself. So it did.
Yeah.
And then I said, this is a photography business I'm startup. So then I started that business up. And then like the laundromat came in because there was a problem of us outgrowing our lawn care at our house. So I didn't say I was going to own a laundromat. It just happened to be that there was a shed here that we wanted to buy. Yeah. And so we ended up with a laundromat. So that was the problem, you know. And what else? What else did we have? We have the laundromat, yeah. Landscaping, photography, and the iMobile. And then the Chant's Daily Hustle was just a spin-off of the YouTube stuff. So it's everything that's been built had a problem to it. Yeah. My own problems, not, you know, and that's why all these business started.
And that's, I mean, honestly, you may or may not have heard this before, but I mean, that is like the definition of an entrepreneur. Right. Like entrepreneurs basically are problem solvers, you know, and you just make money off of it. You know, entrepreneurs find a way to make money off of solving problems. So that's what you did, you know. So how do you react when people tell you to slow down, for example?
How do I react? Yeah. Reject that.
You reject
I reject that phrase when people tell me to slow down. Just because I have no time to listen to stuff that I don't want to hear.
You don't have time to slow down.
Right, you don't have time to slow down. I just don't like that word, like, really people tell, because it's
people
like...
People have said that before,
yes,
right?
Yes, people have said that. It's like you telling me not to breathe. It's something I love to do. And to me, it might look fast-paced to everybody else, but to me, it's normal. You know, I get that a lot when people say slow down. I'm like, no, I enjoy doing this. I don't need to slow down. If I slow down, I'm not going to enjoy it.
Right. So. What about, so then how do you balance like work life?
Work life?
You know, like family and work.
Okay. That, I think, what's the backbone of this is literally the support from Amy. And I think that she's seen where we were at when we first started to now. So I think that that support, no other woman will, I think, put up with the stuff that I do, and I think it's because of that helps me balance what I do. She allows me to do these things that I do today, and that's what's neat about it is that my kids spend that quality time with our kids, just quality. Yeah. Not quality isn't just being home with your kids and family and then you're watching football or you're doing something. Quality is doing something with them for that 1 or 2 hours. And then they get bored of you. And then they say, Dad, they're going to do their own thing. And that's how I feel in our relationship, Amy's and I. That's how we balance that out, is that the kids, if they want to do what they want to do, we don't push them to say, you know, give us our attention. Right. They have their own creative ideas or whatever they want to do. And that's, I think, how I balance life and work, is that, but I'm all in at work. I go all in on work and stuff, so. It's become normal, you know, this is my life.
It's your daily hustle.
Yeah, your daily hustle. And it's just, the thing is that it's funny if people or like anybody that would spend a day, just spend a day with me and see what I do, I don't do much besides like just literally being here or working, doing something. Right. You know, or fishing. So. Yeah.
Well, thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having me here and letting me be a part of the hustle for a day.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome. Yeah, we had a busy day.
Oh, yeah, we did. Caught some fish, though.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and click the bell for future notifications. Check back for the next episode in 2 weeks and catch my live show on echomeansbusiness.com every third Wednesday of the month.